you, Phil. All right, time to get to work. Looking forward to it. So you can see in your assessment there, mate. I think your knowledge is pretty good, and you had an idea of what you were doing wrong, but maybe sort of didn't know exactly why you were doing those things wrong, and then obviously didn't know how to fix them. So as a baseline, what's happening? I mean, obviously, bit of over rotation, loss of angles there. Okay, the shoulder blade's then reacting and kicking the arms and the club out a little bit. Okay, from there we obviously swing across the golf ball and also sort of struggle to keep that club maintaining its lead and its loft. Okay, so not enough sort of energy stored in that shaft to really be able to release it, okay, and really keep the club head and the golf ball in line. Man, I will say what you do really well is this torso chest stability and how you rotate that through impact, okay, to try and control that face and that club is really, really good. Okay, so this torso, core, and chest through the hitting area are just huge strengths. Okay, really, really impressive. Okay, right. So what are we going to try and do? We're going to try and get you into a little bit of a more repeatable impact position. Okay, particularly sort of how to use the club and the shaft correctly and de-loft the ball without having to change your swing plane or your arm swing and get narrow. Okay, just naturally. Okay, try and catch that ball a little bit on the downswing, try and release it a little bit later. Okay, and then obviously your swing on line, we're going to neaten up these movements. Okay, so we do need to start in the setup. Okay, so we're definitely a little deep there in the setup. Right, we're going to have to learn how to sort of get out of our heels a little bit. We don't necessarily need more knee flex. Okay, now we need to maintain the little knee flex that we do have, and that's probably point 2 or our first technical thing. But we don't need to add knee flex to the setup. Okay, so we just need to get a little bit out of our heels, a little more towards the balls of the feet, like that. Okay. From there, we're going to get this backswing on line, and the way we're going to get this backswing on line is actually more to do with synchronization. Okay, so if you look carefully, it's actually a lot to do. It's a little bit of opening the face, but it's a lot to do with early shoulder rotation. Okay, and a lot to do with early weight shift and hip rotation. This right hip is out of the picture like almost as soon as that club is gone. So it's very hard to now keep the club on line over there, because actually you're disconnecting from the pivot from your torso. Okay, so I think it's going to be a lot more to do with synchronization, and I think we're going to have to change your trigger a little bit. You like to sort of take the club weight low, but as you do that, shift your weight and rotate that right hip too much. Okay, so it's going to be a lot to do. Well, firstly, we're going to change that trigger and that synchronization. Okay, and then recheck. Now, where are these moving parts? Okay, well, how much hip rotation, what's happening with the right leg, what's happening with the shoulder plane at the top of the swing. Okay, so that's where we're going to be. So, I think we have to do a little bit of disciplined work on the right leg itself. Okay, but then otherwise it's going to be a little bit of drills and a little bit of feel, right? Okay, and then obviously discipline and concentration with the setup. Okay, so to start off with, a lovely little drill I like to do that actually will come into play more later on, okay? But what you do is you stand a little, now when I say a little, probably at first a lot, okay? But stand too close to the golf ball, okay? And we do little half swings to warm up, right? 10 half swings, maybe 10 3/4 swings, so 20 total, okay? And we call this shut to open drill, okay? And what we're trying to do, and in a weird way, what you're trying to do in the one practice video that you showed me, we try to learn, yes, to keep the face more shut, but we try to learn to then also swing it on a different plane, on a way more upright swing plane. Okay. Now, obviously, we're exaggerating this, and it's a bit wrong. Okay, but basically, any club sort of pitching wedge it up. Okay, I've got a 6-iron, unfortunately. So from your normal setup, just sneak like quite a lot too close. Obviously, the hands are going to have to go up a little bit. It's going to feel horrible and uncomfortable. And we're just trying to hood the face straight up. Okay, still use a little bit of core and hip rotation. Okay, and then just hold the face straight square. Okay, so very, very linear motion, if you want to call it that, even though the golf swing is predominantly a rotary action. Alright, so too close to the ball, then you go upright, shut that face, go straight up on the way back, and see if you can hold the face square as you go through. Okay, not going to feel great, it's going to feel like that. Okay, doesn't matter, it's just a drop. Okay, and it's going to teach you later on that, oh, okay, I can put the club there and I don't need to panic. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so 20 of those is going to be the warm-up. Okay, for now. Later in the week, you can take that down to 10 if you're starting to feel it. Yeah. Okay. That first one I demoed, there's probably the 3/4 one. You can probably start with 10 about here first. Okay, so just here, and then the 3/4 one is the next 10. Okay. Later in the week, you can split that to 5 and 5 if you're starting to feel comfortable with it. Right? Okay. Second drill. Well, we're going to now work on the setup. Okay. So what we've got to do, okay, is we've got to get these heels off the ground. Okay, if you've got like a plank or something, I often use this plank. Okay, great. It's got to be quite substantial for, right? So if you don't have that, then you're going to use 2 wedges. Okay, I was actually doing this drill with Ruvi. So just grab 2 wedges. Okay, you can lay them on the ground like that, so you'll lay them sort of at a slightly weird angle. So if I was hitting that way, okay, and then it's always take a little bit of time to get the stance width. Okay, and then from this angle, you see what that does. Okay, so obviously put them in line, get your stance width correct, etc., etc. Okay, so it's obviously moving our heels off the ground. Okay, then let's start with some 3/4 swings. Okay, and really going to really focus on, I mean, we have to focus on our balance here. We're really going to focus on, okay, really going to focus on keeping that knee in place. I want you to feel like that kneecap never moves. That's what I want you to feel like. Yeah, I want you to feel like that kneecap never moves. Right, it never goes there anyway. Okay, so you just take some swings, a little bit close to it. Now I'm just going to grip down on it just a little bit. Okay, just because I'm a bit lazy with the setup, right? Okay, so you just keep that thing as 3/4 swings to start. Keep that thing as still as possible. Okay, from there, obviously push off, yeah, but just for the backswing. Okay, so backswing, keep that knee, check, okay, and off you go. Alright, so you're going to do a few of those, alright? I would say, for now, draw-wise, let's split our work 4 and 1. Okay, so 4 with the draw, 1 normal rep. Take a little break, change clubs, whatever it is. 4, 1 rep. 4, 1 rep. Okay, and then obviously we'll talk after you've practiced a couple of times, okay, and see where we're at, and obviously look at some videos, and then decide if we're going sort of 3 and 2. Okay, it's a bit early for that in my mind. Okay, but that's 3 and 2, right? Okay, and then our second drill, and this is the one I'm really interested to see what it does, and I need a video of this as soon as possible. Okay, put this ball, 2 club heads, I guess, maybe a bit more. Let's put it a foot. Okay. Okay, just short of a foot. Okay, so we go 1, 2, almost 3 club. Maybe your club's a bit wider than this is our blade. So 2, maybe 2.5 clubs, but just rough idea, it's fine, right? Okay, so this is the drill. What you have to do, we're going to change this trigger. Okay, now, first thing is obviously that this extra ball here is on line with the ball and target line, right? So that's number 1, right? So this is going to serve 2 purposes for us. The first thing is going to get our takeaway on line, which is great. Okay, but this is our new trigger, right? So what we have to do, okay, set up ball target line. Okay, what we have to do without moving our body and our weight away, so just a little bit of hands and arms, basically. Okay, we're going to hit that ball out the way. Okay, so we're going to hit that ball out the way. Then we're going to finish our shoulder turn and our weight shift. Okay, so we're going to hit this ball out the way first. Okay, then we're going to go into our shoulder turn and our weight shift. Okay, so first few reps, okay, I want you to do stop, start. Okay, so just take it there, stop, and then finish your golf swing, hit the golf ball. Okay, so stop, start. Okay, so first thing you do is hit out the way, stop for half a second, and then carry on, right? So first thing, don't move anything. Nothing must move. Okay, only hands and club head must move. Okay, very still, hit it out the way, finish your golf swing, and hit it. Okay? Okay, Okay, so we can do rounds of 10 with this. Okay, we're going to do 4 of those. Okay, next 4, same drill, okay, but no stopping. Okay, but make sure, okay, well not make sure, I mean, it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. But try to still make sure this moves before the weight shift, hip rotation, and shoulder rotation. Okay, so we've had the stop there, then finish. Okay, now try and go, but this must go first, this must go second. Okay, this must go as little as possible. Alright, so that's how you try and do it. So 4 reps of that. Okay, now set up club head first. This is not my trigger tempo, so this might go horribly wrong. Okay, it's not my golf club either. I mean, the odds are stacked against me. There we go. So club head first, then shoulders, then weight. I mean, you don't overthink it, but you get the idea, right? Okay, so club head first, then the swing. Okay, and off you go. Alright? Okay, so 4-4, and then 2 normal swings. Okay, well, obviously you're standing there and you try to take the club away there first, and then there, instead of there first. Okay, you see how much movement there was there. Okay, I don't even have to think about demoing that. I know the club's going to go there if my body does this. Okay, I've got 70-degree shoulder turn and 45 to 50 degrees hip turn, and the club's only moved 1 meter. Okay, get the idea of what I'm trying to explain. Yep. Okay, so that's our work for the next few days, probably for the week, to be honest with you, mate. And then when you can, then send some videos. You can send a few of the videos in the drill, but more the videos of once you're then doing a couple of the reps. You can see your reps away from the drills are minimal at the moment. Okay, absolutely minimal. Alright, so we've got our too close, shut to open warm up. Okay, then we've got our heels off the ground drill, 4 and 1 split, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1. Okay, and then we've got our knock the ball out the way drill, the sort of replotting the backswing, okay, resequencing the backswing, if that makes sense. Okay, that resequencing drill, 4 with a stop, 4 without, and then 2 normal swings where you're just trying to recreate that new trigger, that new tempo, that new sequence of the backswing. Okay. Here we are, guys, get straight to work. Some will go well, some will go badly. That's golf, especially when you're going to change things. Okay, and then just understand what we're trying to do. Okay, we're trying to get you into a better impact position. Okay, and we're also trying to rebalance yourself and get the swing online. Okay, so we're going to slowly work on those 3 things as we go in the upcoming weeks, and then we just push on from there. All right, let me know if you have any questions, mate, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.